All right, guys. How do we do today?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
All right.
Pretty good.
I think you guys did some good work today with putting and chipping. Big things with putting. You want to make sure that you keep the wrist out of it. It's a common theme here with short game. This triangle here, you want to rock it back and through here without getting that extra movement in the wrist. So, three important things that we covered. The putting arc with the path of the stroke, what the path should feel like. We had the rulers that talk about the distance of your stroke, the length of it. Think of the pendulum, like that. So obviously the further back we take it on both sides, the further the putt. Then we had the mirror, which is squareness of the face. So does anybody have any questions about any of those three things? So you guys all did pretty well on that, it seems. Now chipping, we worked on the bump and run today. Did a little bit of changes on a couple of you guys. Anybody have any questions on chipping? So same kind of common theme here with chipping. We're trying to kind of keep the wrist out of it. So if we get that wrist flip, which Tony we worked on, what happens when you flip the wrist?
Goes up higher.
Goes up higher. So we maintain that angle. Ball flight comes down a little bit. And also club selection too, guys. Some of you started out hitting some sand wedges, so the ball flight goes up. Today we're doing bump and run, trying to kind of let it roll out a little bit, so go down to pitching wedge. So
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we use any other club besides the pitching wedge for a bump and run?
You can use use 8-iron, 9-iron pitching wedge. You can really use anything you want. In fact, I can do a bump and run with 58 degrees. I just kind of hold the angle. Don't let the club release too much. So I'm just kind of holding the angle. So almost manipulating it this way.
Okay.
So you can bump and run with whatever you're comfortable with. I would work with a couple of the different clubs, get a feel for it. So that's a good question. Anybody else?
Yeah, how much practice should we devote to our short game?
That's a great question. Considering almost 50% of your shots are going to come from short game, I would, for right now, I'd spend at least 50% of your practice on that. Since that's all we've covered right now, I would continue with that right now, working on your putting and chipping. We're going to get the full swing. So I would continue with the short game. So yeah, good question. And one little interesting thing, if you guys can say you're up and down, if we're missing greens in regulation, everybody know what greens in regulation are? So when you a par 4, if you're on 2, that's a green in regulation. So if we're missing greens and not putting for birdie, if we can get half of those up and down, so up and in, chip and a putt, you guys are going to cut a lot of strokes. So if you guys that are shooting high 80s or low 90s, you're going to possibly get in high 70s or mid 80s. So that makes the game a little more enjoyable, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So great job, guys. You guys did good, and get some practice in, hopefully, and hopefully the weather holds off the next few weeks here. And we'll see you next week.
Good, thank you.
Thank you.